you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Madison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Madison. For today's Pop Off, you guys, I'm going to be talking about Ariana Grande and her separation from her husband of 2 years, Dalton Gomez. You guys, I feel like this Ariana separation and impending divorce news just absolutely shook everyone when it broke yesterday, and thankfully now we have some more information. We now know why these two are going their separate ways. We know that Dalton Gomez is already dating again. We know how Ariana feels about that. It's a lot that we need to get into. I'm not even gonna lie, and I cannot wait to get into this Ariana Grande news with you guys because you know, a couple weeks ago on a happy hour hang, we did talk about a report that was insinuating there were issues in Ariana's marriage. So I just cannot wait to get into all of this tea with you guys. But first, because this is the first pop-up of the week, you know I have to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, you guys, I had a very chill weekend. I was still recovering from whatever summer cold is going around, so I literally did absolutely nothing this weekend. It was so needed. I definitely wanted to make sure that I rested and recovered because starting in like a couple weeks, August is just absolutely crazy for me. So I wanted to make sure I'm healthy, I'm feeling good before a lot of summer craziness starts for me. But the good news about summer craziness is that I will have some fun things to vlog for you guys. I'm so excited to get back to vlogging, so that is positive. But enough about me, because I know you're straight to the tea. People are like, Madison, we've been waiting for you to post a video addressing this Ariana Grande situation, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. So go ahead and put this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez facts. Alright, so for those of you who may or may not have forgotten, Ariana Grande married Dalton Gomez back in 2021, so they've been married for about 2 years. They actually met right before the pandemic back in 2020. They moved in together, they quarantined together, and I remember whenever Ariana Grande kind of announced this relationship and announced her engagement and then her private wedding ceremony, everyone kind of had whiplash on how quickly everything happened. But you know, like I said, it was kind of a quarantine relationship that we all thought was going to, you know, last a lifetime for Ariana Grande. However, some cracks in their marital foundation have been showing just a little bit. Last August, rumors started that something wasn't right between Ariana and Dalton whenever she posted a video on social media where she was not wearing her wedding ring. She actually even made a comment during the video saying that her wedding ring was off getting cleaned. Then even more recently, you guys, like I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video, just last month, we had a report from Radar Online that was detailing how Ariana and Dalton were having some issues within their marriage. This Radar Online source went into detail about how, you know, distance was playing a part in Ariana and Dalton having marital issues because he's been in LA, she's been filming Wicked in the UK. In addition to a long distance marriage being an issue, this source also said that Ariana's busy schedule was playing a part in their marital issues. They also were having an issue communicating because of Ari's schedule and the time difference and the distance. Basically, you get it. This Radar Online source was saying the writing is on the wall that something is not right in Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez's marriage. In addition to that, you guys, some exclusive tea for you. You know, I always love to throw in a little added tea when I have it. This was a couple weeks ago. I actually attended an event for my other job, and Frankie Grande, aka Ariana Grande's brother, happened to be at this event. My coworker interviewed him and was talking to him and actually brought up that Radar Online report and that there were rumors that things were not going great between Ariana and Dalton, and Frankie Grande immediately clammed up. And just by his reaction in that moment, for me personally, that was a confirmation that something was not right between Ariana and Dalton. I was like, ooh, something here is definitely fishy. I kind of felt like that situation told me everything that I needed to know. And then boom, news broke yesterday that Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez were separated after 2 years of marriage. TMZ were the first ones to break this news, you guys, and these TMZ sources actually clarified and dropped the bombshell that not only are Ariana and Dalton separated, but they've in fact been separated since January. These TMZ sources went on to claim that Dalton and Ariana Grande's relationship struggled to survive outside of COVID. For example, these sources said that, you know, Dalton hasn't really had to deal with Ariana Grande's level of celebrity. These sources gave the example that, you know, Ariana Grande needs security whenever she goes out in public. This is something that Dalton had never experienced with Ariana Grande prior to, you know, COVID restrictions being lifted. I guess he kind of struggled understanding as to why they always needed security with them whenever they were going out in public. But you guys know for Ariana Grande, she's like, hello, yes, this is just how things go. Apparently these differences that these two started noticing within one another did start to make the marriage, quote, unravel. And these sources say that things were, quote, exacerbated when Ariana had to go to the UK to film Wicked. So apparently by January, aka at the beginning of this year, TMZ reports that the two were separated but on friendly terms. Apparently they did decide to give it one more try in May, aka just a couple months ago. Dalton flew to the UK. They gave it a go for a couple weeks. This was a last-ditch effort. However, these TMZ sources say that it didn't work, which is why they clarified that Ariana and Dalton are, quote, headed for divorce. Which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do believe that. I believe that there is no more hope for these two to reconcile because these TMZ sources also let it slip that Dalton Gomez is already out there dating. Ariana apparently already knows that he's out there dating and she's okay with it, which I do want to say I believe because similar sentiments were echoed to People magazine. A separate source spoke to People magazine, you guys, and again confirmed that Ariana and Dalton's relationship issues stemmed from distance and just differences in their lifestyle. And this People magazine source went on to say, quote, Ari has nothing but kind words to say about Dalton. During their marriage, he was her #1 fan. So the fact that these TMZ sources are saying that, you know, distance and lifestyle differences contributed to Ariana and Dalton having marital issues. These People magazine sources are saying the same thing. TMZ sources are saying Dalton's already out there dating again and Ari's cool with it. These People magazine sources are saying Ariana has nothing but kind words to say about Dalton. You guys know I love consistency, so I do believe whatever is being put out there is the truth. I do think that Ariana and Dalton are definitely going their separate ways. I do think that they are amicable, but I will say the one thing that really surprised me is the fact that these TMZ sources made a comment that Ariana and Dalton were, quote, shocked that no one picked up on their marital issues, because here in the House of Hill, we picked up on the marital issues. Like I said, we talked about a report about these two having problems that was in Radar Online. We talked about this during a live happy hour hang, and I know that people love to write off Radar Online, but I'm telling you, I never do, because a lot of times, whatever inkling they're putting out in their reports does tend to be true or does tend to be later confirmed. So Ariana and Dalton may think that no one was picking up on their problems, but we here in the House of Hill were picking up on their problems, and obviously, as you can tell, I have a lot of thoughts about all of this. So let's go ahead and make this pop-up official and get to that shambong. I can't get it. You guys, I literally cannot get this open. Plan B. Clearly, because I'm weak, we're just gonna pop this sparkling rosé. The brand is Madison. Not sponsored. I just literally cannot open that. I'm sweating. But we need a shambong. It's been too long since we did a pop-up. Okay, so as you guys can probably tell, when I first saw the headline that Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez were separated, I personally was not that surprised. Over the weekend, Ariana was seen at Wimbledon. She was seen without her wedding ring. People were definitely starting to amp up the possible, you know, trouble in paradise chatter. So I feel like Ariana's team saw the conversations that were happening online. They saw that she was seen without her wedding ring, and they felt like, you know what, now is the perfect time to confirm that yes, Ariana and Dalton are in fact going their separate ways. I also think it's safe to say that divorce is definitely in their future. I know right now all of the reports are just saying that, you know, they're separated, but considering that it sounds like they're both definitely living their own separate lives, I think it's safe to say that divorce is for sure going to happen, because, you know, just because people are separated, it doesn't always mean that they're going to divorce. But here, when it comes to Ariana and Dalton, even though no one has filed for divorce yet, I do think that divorce is imminent. I mean, the fact that this guy is already out here dating again, Ariana knows that he's dating again, tells me that they both have very clearly moved on. And even though I think it's just a little fast to be dating again, considering they are still legally married, I guess part of me is like, dang, it's a little fast to already be getting back out there. But if Ariana knows he's dating and Ariana's cool with it, who am I to freaking judge? And also, on the other hand, I also think it goes to show how emotionally detached these two are from a romantic relationship. relationship. I mean, if he is out here already dating again, getting back into the dating game, and Ariana's cool with it, that tells me that there really are no more romantic feelings there, and clearly anything that these two have is strictly platonic at this point. And I also want to say, even though I wasn't very surprised by this news, I do think it seems surprising for the general public. Based on the reactions I was seeing, people were completely shook to see that Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez were separated. A, because I think a lot of people kind of forgot that Ariana Grande was married, and B, because I think they had never really heard of Ariana and Dalton having any marital problems before. Again, like I said, I know we discussed this, but it wasn't all over the internet like marital problems typically are with celebrities. I think for a lot of people, when they saw this headline, they were absolutely shocked and surprised. And you know, when it comes to Ariana and Dalton, I remember when this relationship started over COVID. I remember reporting on it. You know, Ariana wasn't the only celebrity who started a very serious relationship during COVID. Demi Lovato did as well. Demi Lovato also got engaged. Obviously, her relationship ended way before Ariana Grande's. But I think it's very interesting to me that a lot of these relationships that started during COVID are not able to survive now that life has, for the most part, returned to normal. You know, we have Ariana and Dalton. We had Demi and Max Eric. We have Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. You guys know that when their breakup was announced, part of the reason was that Joe Alwyn wasn't used to Taylor Swift's level of fame. They kind of started dating when she was out of the public eye. Then COVID happened. He had never really dealt with this much public attention on their relationship before. So in general, I will say it makes me sad that these relationships aren't able to survive in a post-COVID world. And I'll admit to you guys, whenever Ariana and Dalton did originally get married, I thought that they would last, to be honest with you. I love that Dalton Gomez, you know, is a celebrity real estate agent, so he had an idea of what the celebrity life entailed, but for the most part, he was down to earth. He had his own thing going on. I felt like that is exactly what Ariana needed, so I will say I'm sad that it didn't work out because I thought it would work out. And at the end of the day, breakups are sad, divorce is sad, and divorce is hard, even if you both agree. So as much as I, of course, you know, like that we had an inkling that this was happening, I do on a human level feel bad that Ariana Grande is going through this. I feel bad that Dalton Gomez is going through this because, again, even though they're on the same page that they need to be separated and that they should not have a romantic relationship, I still think divorce is hard, and I still think divorce is even harder when you're in the public eye. So ultimately, you know what? I'm gonna keep wishing Ariana Grande the best. It sounds like these two aren't going to have a very dramatic divorce, but you know, if anything dramatic happens, I will obviously be sitting right here to fill you in on it. But in the meantime, I want to hear all of your thoughts on Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez. Let out all your thoughts and feels down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, and of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love, or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget you can also hit that super thanks button down below. Also, if you guys want a little sneak peek at the new merch I have going on, I was going to talk more about this on tomorrow's happy hour hang, but I did add some new merch items, so if you want to go check those out, you can check them out at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I will see you guys live tomorrow right here on my channel at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye!